My dear fourth grade children, how are you, mom? Are you fine? Children, we stay in your home, so be happy. Okay, children, how did you write the exam? I hope that all of you have written very well. Okay? Okay, ma. Let us start to study social science online class. Okay? We have completed first three lessons from geography. Today we will see that fourth lesson. The title of this lesson is Political Divisions of North and West India. Okay, children, now listen here. So, from this lesson, we studied that summary of information about North India. Okay, summary of information about North India, that is states and union territory of North India. Okay, ma? These divisions of northern part of India are both of mountains and the plains. We studied that political divisions of India. Okay, there are states as well as union territories. 28 states and union territories. Here, from this lesson, one table given. This shows that number of states, capital and some cities, important cities, rivers, main crops and some occupation. Now we see that the north and that is Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand lie in the mountains of North India. Okay? So, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand lie in the mountains of North India. Where it is lies, ma? It lies in the mountains of North India. In the lower mountains and hills, the winter is cold, but the summer is cool. There is rain in the monsoon seasons. The highest mountains are always very cold as they were snow covered. Yes, we know that the highest mountains are always very cold because they are snow covered. Okay, first of all, we see that Jammu and Kashmir. So, we study that some important states of North India and their capitals and rivers, main crops and some occupation. First of all, we see that Jammu and Kashmir. This Jammu and Kashmir is the only state that has two capitals. This is the only state that has two capitals. All the state has only one capital, but this Jammu and Kashmir has two capitals. That is, Srinagar is the summer capital and Jammu is the winter capital. Okay, so here this Jammu and Kashmir is the only state that has two capital. Winter season one capital and summer season another capital. That is, Srinagar is the summer capital. Srinagar is the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir. And other, now listen here, Srinagar is the summer capital and Jammu is the winter capital. Okay, can you clear it, ma? Srinagar is the summer capital and Jammu is the winter capital. Okay. Okay. Okay, ma. And important cities or Leh, one of the highest in the world. The important cities of Jammu and Kashmir is Leh, Leh Heights. This is the one of the highest city in the world level. Okay, then another important city is Gulmarg. Gulmarg, a popular skiing spot. What's the meaning of skiing spot? Means an action traveling over a snow. Traveling over a snow. That is a one creative sport. Traveling over a snow. And Bagelcom, that is another one important city is Gulmarg, Bagelcom, which gets lot of tourists like Gulmarg. This Gulmarg is the very tourist place, and another one important city is Bagelcom. This is also tourist like Gulmarg. Okay, so now we see that Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir is the only state that has two capitals, that is Srinagar is the summer capital and Jammu is the winter capital. Okay, then other cities, important cities are Leh, that is the one of the highest in the world level. Then another city Gulmarg and Bogalkam, which gets lot of tourists and every year. Okay, then what are the very important rivers here? There are three major rivers. The Indus is the upper regions of this state. Important river is Indus, Jhelum. Okay, where is Indus? This Indus in the upper regions of the state. At the same time, Jhelum, where it flows? Jhelum has Srinagar on its banks and top it flows through the city of Jammu. So, the important three rivers, the name of the important three rivers is Indus, Jhelum, Tavi. Okay, Indus is the upper regions of the state, Jhelum is Srinagar and Tavi is Jammu. Okay, ma. So, important rivers from Jammu and Kashmir, that is Indus, Jhelum, Tavi. Then what's the crops grown here? That is also rice, wheat or grown on terraced fields. What are the important crops, ma? That is rice and wheat are grown on terraced fields. Then hill slopes are cut into terraced or terraces. Hill slopes are cut into terraces. For why? For farming, growing crops, and steps to make fields on which is grown crop. Okay, saffron, an expensive spice. Here, saffron, the name of the spice is saffron, that is an expensive spice. In our southern part of India also we use the spices turmeric, pepper, cinnamon, cloves. Important spices we are used, no? Like that, this northern India, that is very important one is saffron. That is an expensive spice used in dishes like this spice saffron. That spice uses in that important dishes. The name of the dish is pulao. Pulao is grown in Kashmir. Okay. There are orchards where fruits like cherries. That what are the fruits there? That is cherries, peaches, apples, almonds, and walnuts are grown there. So we see that the crops means rice and wheat grown in the terraced fields. Then hill slopes are also terraced for growing up the crops. Okay, main fruits, that is peaches, apples, almonds and walnuts. Okay, then what's the main occupation here? That is agriculture and handicrafts. like embroidered, handicrafts like embroidered shawls and carved wood. These are the handicrafts. Main occupation is agriculture and handicrafts. What are the handicrafts means? That is embroidered shawls and carved wood. Can you clear it more? These are the information about Jammu and Kashmir. We studied that capital, important cities, rivers, and what are the crops grown there, and occupation. Okay, okay, ma. Next we see that Himachal Pradesh. Where is it lie? This Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand lie in the mountains of North India. Where it lies, ma? It lies in the mountains of North India. Okay, so these mountains, the highest mountains, are always very cold as they are snow covered. Okay, so Jammu and Kashmir state, this have studied that, isn't it? Now we have seen that Himachal Pradesh, this capital and other cities. First we see that all the states capital, and first of all we see that states capital and important cities and rivers and main occupation and crops. Okay, now we see that Himachal Pradesh. Where it is lies? It also lies on the highest mountains in the North India. Capital and other cities. Shimla is the capital of Himachal Pradesh. What's the capital ma? Himachal Pradesh capital is Shimla. Shimla is the capital of Himachal Pradesh. Then important cities, that is Kullu, Manali and Gufri are the popular tourist places because for their beauty. So Kullu, Manali and Gufri are popular tourist places from Himachal Pradesh. And very famous one is Dharmasala is a town. Dharmasala is a town that is important for many Buddhists. Dharmasala is a town that is important for many Buddhists. And what are the rivers flow from Himachal Pradesh? That is important rivers, the Satluj, Sina, Beas and Ravi flow fast down to the slopes of the hilly regions. Okay, the rivers very fast to flow from highest places to lower places, isn't it? So the important rivers Satluj, Sinnar, Beas and Ravi. Okay. Then what are the crops grown here? That is wheat, maize and potatoes are grown plenty. Okay. What are the very important food items? Crops here means wheat, maize and potatoes are very grown in plenty. Okay. The state is known as for its delicious fruits like here. What are the fruits? Apricot, plums, peaches and apples. Various kinds of flowers are also grown here. What's the important occupation? That is, farming is the main occupation. People also work in small factories that make jams and juices. What's the occupation here? Main occupation is farming. Then people also work in small factories that make jams and juices. Okay, can you clear it more? Now we see that Himachal Pradesh. This Himachal Pradesh also lies in the northern mountains. Then this Himachal Pradesh, that is capital Shimla. Then here one of the very famous one, Dharmasala. And what are the rivers? Satluj, Chenab, Beas and Ravi. And crops wheat, maize. Fruits also, plums, peaches, apples also grown here. Various kinds of flowers also grown here. This important occupation is farming. Farming is the main occupation of the Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so we see that second, this state of Himachal Pradesh, it lies in the northern mountains. Then we see that Uttarakhand. Where is this Uttarakhand lies? This Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand lie in the mountains of North India. Uttarakhand also lie in the mountains of North India. Okay, Uttarakhand. Dehradun, the capital city is the Doon Valley. Mussoorie and Nainital are popular towns here. Okay, now listen here. This capital is Dehradun is the capital city is in the Doon Valley. Now listen here. Uttarakhand capital Dehradun. Okay, then important towns, that is important cities, that is skill towns. Mussoorie and Nainital. Important hilly towns, Mussoorie and Nainital. Then Haridwar is the city visited by many Hindu pilgrims. Now listen here. This Uttarakhand only Haridwar cities. So many people, that is Hindu pilgrims, visited here. It is very, very important. The name of the city is Haridwar. So Haridwar is the city visited by many Hindu pilgrims. Okay, ma? Very important for Hindus. Haridwar. This Haridwar is the city, lies in where, ma? Uttarakhand. Then what's the very main important rivers here? That is the Ganga, Yamuna, Alaknanda and Bhagirathi and several others flows through this state. So many rivers flow through here. That is Ganga, Yamuna, Alaknanda, Bhagirathi and several others. Okay, ma? These are the rivers flows from Uttarakhand. What's the important crops here? That is potato, maize and different kinds of fruits are grown here. Main crops, that is potatoes, maize and different kinds of fruits. What's the occupation here, ma? Uttarakhand people has what occupation? Most people are engaged on farming. That is the occupation is farming. Where it is occupation done means where it is done on terraced fields as well as in juice and jam making. The Union Territory of Chandigarh, Punjab, Delhi, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh are all situated in this great northern plains. So now listen here. The Union Territory. What are the important Union Territory? That is Chandigarh, Punjab, Delhi, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh are all situated in the great northern plains. This northern plains means we know that northern plains is very vast, flat plain lying south of the Himalayas. We already will learn, isn't it, ma? Can you remember it? Where is it? This northern plains lies. The northern plains lies. Okay, very good. Say the northern plains are lies south of the Himalayas. Northern plains are lies south of the Himalayas. Okay? Okay, ma. Here, Uttarakhand, what's the climate means? Summer is very cold all over the plain with hot winds and dust storms. Okay, in some places, the western part of this plain, the monsoon rains are also not very heavy. What is monsoon winds? Do you know? Yes, that winds blowing from the sea. It is very moisturized. Then it goes to the atmosphere and it changes into during sun's heat. This is changes into hot winds and dust storms. Okay, ma. Then next we study that Union Territory of Chandigarh. Here, Jammu and Kashmir also two capitals, and Chandigarh is the capital of. But now listen here, Chandigarh is the capital of two states, that is Punjab and Haryana. Okay, ma. The Chandigarh is the capital of two states, that is Punjab and Haryana. It is the first planned city in India. Okay. This city is the first planned city of India. The city is divided into sectors. Okay. Here the city is divided into sectors. Straight roads divides the sectors and form a grid. Okay. Here two famous gardens in Chandigarh, that is Rose Garden and Rock Garden. Okay, ma, now listen here. This Chandigarh has two garden, that is Rose Garden and the Rock Garden. Rose garden means what, ma? This rose garden has hundreds of varieties of rose and looks very beautiful when they bloom. Okay? The flowers are very beautiful when they bloom. Isn't it? Here this rose garden has hundreds varieties of roses and looks very beautiful when they bloom. How it is beautiful, isn't it? All the roses are bloom at the same time, more than 100 varieties of roses. So how beautiful, isn't it? This rock garden was created by Nick and Shani from waste materials like broken crockery, bangles, electrical fittings, tires, and other such waste. People here work in offices and factories. This Union Territories of Chandigarh, people's the main occupation means the people's most of the peoples here work in offices and factories. Okay, ma? Okay, so today we see that political divisions of North and West India. That is, first of all, we see that the state of Jammu and Kashmir, isn't it? We see that capital and important cities, rivers, main crops, and some occupations. The rivers from this Jammu and Kashmir, the rivers flows here. That is Indus, Jhelum, Tawi. Okay, that is Jammu and Kashmir. And second, we see that Himachal Pradesh. This Himachal Pradesh also, the capital Shimla is the capital of Himachal Pradesh, and some important towns are also there, cities there, and important rivers, that is Satluj, Sinop, Beas, and Ravi, isn't it? Okay, ma. Then we see that Uttarakhand, where it is lies. That is, this Uttarakhand also lies on the northern mountains. Okay, and what's the capital? And from here also we see that rivers, the important rivers, that is Ganga, Yamuna, Alaknanta, and Bhagirathi, or several others flows through the state. That is in Uttarakhand. Then first of all we see that Union Territory of Chandigarh also. Okay ma? Okay. Today I will give some questions. You copy it, neatly copy it without any mistake. Okay ma? Next class we will see. You read it one time. Okay? Okay, thank you ma.